recognize myself. Much clutter. learns to heed my demands. Too much clutter.
Hello? Oh yes, sorry, there is no way to pause this game. How's it going? This is a event where you... Normally this is like a side area, these mines that you explore, but there's an event this week where it's like you can make a character that can only do these mines and nothing else. Please. Yeah, it's normally this is a mini game, but this is a event where it's like only the mini game. And you just push the cart, like in TF2. Or wait, let me fix my stream audio. Can you hear the game? Okay. Forgot what I was gonna say.
I don't know. Talking about pushing the cart.
Oh yeah, the cart actually just... It's not exactly like TF2 because the cart will leave you behind. And the cart is a light source, and if you get in the dark, then you die. So...
Okay. So it's more like how depth works then. Where it's like an escort mission more than a push it.
Wait, what is... Is that a TF2 map?
No, depth is a game where it's like PvP sharks versus divers.
Oh, that
Divers
game. I remember
escorting
that.
Yeah.
Wait, I thought it was like hide and seek.
That's a game mode in it. That's not the main game mode.
I feel like that's the only thing I've done in that game, so I thought that was the main game.
I like the hide and seek aspect of it because it's less stressful. But yeah, the main thing is just you're escorting a like a research thing as it like does stuff.
Okay.
And the sharks try to destroy it, or well, they'll destroy it if you just leave it alone. Like basically, the sharks are not going to destroy it if teams are like somewhat evenly matched or even remotely evenly matched.
Oh.
And it just comes down to like, you know, whoever got more kills at the end or something like that.
Oh, okay.
But it's just there to ensure that like the divers don't just like go off to wherever and like hide in a corner somewhere.
Okay. To make sure it's not they don't start playing hide and seek.
Yeah, exactly.
You like my collection of dudes following me around?
So those are allied creatures?
Yeah. I guess it's hard to tell, they look the same as the enemies.
Yeah, with no knowledge of the game, it's just like, looks like there's a lot of skeletons and monsters.
The skeletons are mine, actually.
Okay.
And the fire things are also mine.
Oh, those are actually creatures?
Yeah. They're not like fireballs, they're actually creatures.
I was just like, those are fireballs.
Well, they sort of wander around a bit.
Yeah, now that I'm actually like paying attention, I see, yeah.
Whenever I use this ability, my friend tells me not to, because you have to spam it so much. The fireballs last like 1 second when you spawn them, so you have to keep casting more.
You have to click every time.
No, I'm mashing the keyboard.
There's no way to make it auto-cast those.
No. Also, you can't walk while casting them, so... There's like
What if you make a macro to like alternate walking and casting them rapidly?
then you get banned because macros are against the rules.
Well,
So there's actually a lot of people. So you see the flasks at the bottom left.
yeah.
You get flask charges when you kill enemies, but you kill enemies so fast in this game that you pretty much can have constant uptime on the flasks, but that requires you press the 1 through 5 keys on the keyboard like every few seconds.
No.
And so that's referred to as the flask piano. And so some people, like, that's the most common request of, like, people want to make macros so they don't have to destroy their hands playing the flask piano all the time.
Yeah, like... I don't like when I can't make a macro because, like... If I'm making a macro, it's just so that I don't get carpal tunnel.
Yeah,
Like, come on.
exactly. Eventually they made something that you can attach something to the flasks so that they like auto-cast. But it's... You can like configure them to auto-cast in specific scenarios, like cast this when I'm at low HP or something, which was sort of an improvement.
I mean, sounds nice. I'm all for any sort of programmable in-game.
Yeah.
whatever.
I got annoyed recently because I tried to set one of those things up, and there are two effects that, or there are two in-game statuses, bleeding and corrupted blood, that behave in exactly the same way. And there are flasks that, there's one flask that like deals with both effects. But the only trigger I could set up is trigger flask when bleeding, and then I died to corrupted blood. I'm like, okay, why does this not trigger?
That's horrible. Yeah, I think there's so much room for like games that want to like there should be games that encourage more like in-game scripting for controls.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Cause like that actually pretty much exists and like existed for TF2 since the beginning. It's like a super old game, but like you can make somewhat complex scripts for your actions. Just put them in a config file.
Are those allowed in like tournaments?
It depends. Only to an extent.
Okay.
But yeah, like, and that's with editing files outside of the game though, which it's still cool. But like, imagine if a game built that into the game where you could just like even just like a visual programming sort of thing.
Yeah. You know, there was a thing with the Warcraft 3 remastered recently, where, or not that recently, I guess, but they remastered the game, but they like didn't want to spend enough time to finish it, so they didn't even finish putting the settings menu in game, and they're like, yeah, just edit this ini file.
What? No.
It's just like the regular game settings that used to be in the original game.
That's so lazy. I hate that.
Actually, did that... I hope I'm not misremembering that, but...
I don't know. It sounds believable in any case.
Uh, this... Okay, I did find this comments. I'm sure once the game finishes beta status, we will have a proper settings menu. And it's like, no, that didn't happen.
It actually reminds me, because like it seems reminiscent of Minecraft, in that like Minecraft has your brightness slider,
Okay.
but for use on, if you're like streaming or YouTube, where if it's even slightly dark, it'll just come up like very hard to see on stream and like impossible to see for mobile users.
Oh.
Like anyone that's streaming or doing YouTube videos sets their brightness by actually editing the file to make it higher than the slider goes. And it's just like very common, like pretty much everyone does it.
Wait, and that's never been fixed?
No? Like,
Oh.
I mean, I guess that's more like on purpose than out of being lazy, though, because if you could set it that high in game, it literally makes everything just like nothing's ever dark at all.
Oh, so no need for torches, right?
Well, I mean, you'd still need torches for their effects on mob spawning, but like,
Oh, okay. Right.
you definitely don't need it to see.
So the macro rules in this game are like, you can't send more than 2 actions to the server from one key press, but I feel like that's also the macro rules they use for some Team Fortress 2 or Counter-Strike stuff.
Probably, yeah.
But this game just has more like passive maintenance actions you need to do all the time than TF2 or Counter-Strike.
Yeah, so you could, like, what if you make a macro at like the keyboard level that's just like, it's not doing anything like crazy fast or anything, but it's just like casually pressing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just on like a delayed timer.
There's kind of a meme about this also that's somebody was like, okay, if I can't use a macro, can I press like use a popsicle stick to press down some keys at the same time? And they're like, no.
This is horrible.
This email trend.
Yeah.
There's this skill I want to use, but I don't have a high enough level for it yet, which is called Animate Guardian. And it just lets you spawn a single minion that you can equip with regular items and like weapons and armor, and then it just fights for you. Seems like a cool thing to try out, but it's like requires level 38 or something, and I'm not there. I'm like 26 now.
How long does it take to level?
Well, I got here in like 3 hours total, so maybe another hour to get 12 levels.
Getting there.
Or a bit more, because I keep dying. What have you been up to?
Well, mostly just Minecraft and MTG.
It's not the official game, right? It's like something that lets you use all the cards.
Yeah, it's just a simulator.
Is it the one? Is the official one like a thing where you have to still acquire the cards, or is it like a subscription? Then you get all the cards.
The like MTG Online. It's some sort of like pay to get cards quicker model.
Oh no.
Where it's like it. Yeah, I don't really know exactly. It's like, you know, you can get cards by just playing, but if you really want to get cards fast, you have to like pay or something.
But you're paying per card, right? You don't just get all of them.
Yeah, it's still like RNG or something.
Okay.
I just don't mess with any of that. I don't want to spend money on that.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't even get the enjoyment from like playing so much as just like deck building. Like I like making decks more than I like playing with the decks I make.
Oh yeah, that's a problem with this game too, that people are like, oh, I like designing characters, but actually like leveling them and getting the items for them is so much work.
Much clatter.
Exactly.
Wow. This thing has this item has 4 linked sockets, which means I can create a spell with 3 support things. That's pretty good.
I remember you explained that before, but I
Oh.
don't remember.
The way the magic works in this game is you have these skill gems, like you have active skill gems, like this one is summon skeletons, and then you attach things to that, like this one is more life for minions, so this modifies this skill. So the more linked, and then there's 3 sockets here that have links between them. The more links you have, the more modifiers you can do to improve the spells. So I have a bunch of 3 link stuff, and this is the first 4 link I've found.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, I can go up to 6 on like a chest piece, or on a 2-handed weapon.
And what about the connections between each of the nodes?
It's random if they're connected or not.
Do the connections do anything special?
Well, if they're not connected, then like then the modifier doesn't apply.
Okay.
So you need to have them on the same item and with links for it to be valuable.
Can something be like double connected, or is it always just like one connection between each node?
It's just one.
Okay.
So like if there were 6 links on this, it would be like an S shape of 6 nodes.
All right.
You can put multiple active skill gems in the same link group, and then they get supported by all the supports in that link group, but I think most people just do one spell, and then all the supports they can get to make that spell as good as possible.
Makes sense.
My skeletons, or sorry, my zombies have life and damage, and they create extra minions when they hit stuff.
Excellent.
This item has no positive attributes though, like this one has cold resistance and fire resistance and maximum life. This one doesn't have anything on it though.
Heck. Did it say energy shield?
Yeah, I've got life and so as a mage character you can have energy shields, which is sort of like HP.
Yeah.
So I have both of those.
But didn't it say that on the ring, or was I just looking at the wrong spot?
Oh yeah, this one has 16 energy shields. This one also has some built-in energy shield, but then it
13.
has other modifiers.
Yeah.
The fire and cold resistance is nice to have.
Yeah, having the 3 extra points of energy shield, I'm guessing, isn't a big deal.
Yeah, not really. I have like 229 energy shields right now.
It matters.
Oh, do you want to see my other character?
Sure.
This is the where is it? Where's my character? No, it's this one. Okay, so this character has a lot more going on because it's much more developed, and I have some weird spells. Okay, so I have... So you see how this sword is like... Let me take off this effect, actually. Okay, you
Looks
see
like a painful sword to hold, not gonna lie.
the lightning sword?
Yeah.
Yeah, so... Okay, let me turn off this stuff. Okay, so... I have this skill called Energy Blade that takes some of the energy shields away. See, I have like half as much energy shield now, and then it makes the sword... It makes the weapon I'm holding into an energy sword.
That does a lot more damage.
Yeah, so I just have something random as a weapon here, and it gets replaced with this energy blade that does a lot of lightning damage.
So it doesn't matter at all what the previous weapon was.
Not really, only matters what the sockets are. So then I like hit people with this energy sword. So even though this is a mage character, I just get a ton of energy shield and then get this sword and then hit people with the sword.
Yeah. That's seems like the way to use your intelligence points.
Yes. So
Bludgeon someone.
bludgeon someone with
With pure intellect.
Yes, exactly. So also I have this skill that can summon this ball of water. It's called a hydrosphere. Does it look-
Fancy.
It gets people wet, which makes them vulnerable to lightning damage.
I see.
And then I have this, the hitting attack I'm using is actually a skill called Static Strike. And so what happens is if you hit something, then you start shooting lightning for a few seconds.
So it seems like a lot of electricity damage. What happens when you encounter something that's like electricity resistant?
I have a bunch of stuff that is like reduce resistance or reduce lightning resistance on enemies.
I guess that makes sense.
Let's see, this is lightning penetration support. Supported skills penetrate 33% lightning resistance. I have, see, this is like a 5 link. I'm missing the last link on this to get, so I don't have it at its maximum potential. Let's see. Oh yeah, I have a thing. So the hydrosphere also lowers electricity resistance or lightning resistance, and then I also have something attached to the sphere that is it also casts a curse that lowers lightning resistance as well.
Great.
Yeah.
So basically nothing can resist.
Well, the bosses have absurd amounts of lightning resistance, so they still can
Okay.
block damage, but the basic enemies have like a lot reduced. Let me show you what it's like to play this character. Oh yeah, I also have there's a bunch of weird interactions here. I have this thing where I have like this shout attack or this shout spell called Intimidating Cry that makes you do double damage on the next few attacks. But it's because I only like swing once and then I just walk into enemies, it counts as one very long attack. So it does double damage the entire time. So I just like I summon the hydrosphere, I hit it once, and then I just walk into enemies. That's how you use this skill.
Seems pretty good.
I mean, this is like a lower level area, so it's also I have this other weird interaction. So you see this fortification buff. Players take 1% less damage from hits. Normally, you're supposed to be able to trigger that only through melee attacks, but for some reason, this lightning is a melee attack, even though it like happens at great distances.
It's melee. It's melee.
Yeah, it's like every hit that this does is like chain lightning. Like it bounces off several enemies, but it's still a melee attack.
Good.
I also have this like shield around me. Hello.
Hello?
Hello there.
How's it going?
I'm gonna watch your stream.
I was just explaining my energy blade character
When I'm ready
to
and not
Sasha here.
Seems like a pretty excellent combo.
It's not like, I mean, I can show you that if I go to like the end game areas, it starts to fall apart because it doesn't actually do enough damage, even with all this stuff.
Oh, you're running the Act 10, right?
This is Act 10, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's why I'm murdering the enemies.
Yeah.
Let me show an end game area.
Yeah, so like, one of my friends said he tried Energy Blade with Berserker, I think? And apparently he said it worked, so I'm like, huh. That's a pretty neat like, idea, kind of. But... I don't know, man. Oh, sweet, Chaos Golem. Wait, how many Exiles was that?
What?
How many Exiles was that?
2 exalts?
Oh, nice.
I just found them. They just dropped.
Yeah, they're still very good, though. Oh, you got quad tap too. Nice.
Yeah, I have a lot of tabs. You have to, you start out with 4 inventory tabs, and that are like not specialized, and I bought all these specialized types.
I mean, it is good though. Like the fragments are actually going to be more useful now because that series is more runnable. There's Uber version of the Legion, so. Oh, you got infuse. Oh, you got harvest stuff too. Nice. I miss harvest. It was such a good mechanic.
Sasha, harvest is a game mechanic that makes it much easier to craft endgame items.
Yes.
I see.
And before you could get some really nutty items, like really crazy nutty. Like I'm not even doing it justice by saying how broken it was. Like, but it felt good because like in PoE, like the only way to get items is either hope that the drops are good enough, right? And they're usually crap. And so you could deterministically like craft some stuff. So it was pretty good in that regard. Like you could progress at your own pace, get upgrades, like keep constantly playing the game more. Oh dear.
Yeah, so I just die.
Yeah, that's Al Husband area for you.
Yeah, so normally trying to get endgame items is like playing a slot machine, but with Harvest it's like people call it an item editor.
Yeah. Pretty much. But I mean the great part is that like the best part is that like if you play long enough, you can get a good item if I just keep constantly playing, and I'm like I love that aspect, you know? It's like I want a good item, I have to play more. Like that was the biggest charm for me for Harvest, I think. I was willing to drop like, I think I dropped at least 900 hours in that league, I think. And I enjoyed every second of it.
What's up, Sasha? You started to say something.
Did I?
Oh, I thought so.
No. Also, melee characters are still really dangerous to play, by the way. Like, I'm hoping it gets better in 2.0, to be honest.
2.0 is the expansion that's been announced for years, and they keep showing like mini gameplay demos, but it's unclear when it will release.
No idea how far along it is or anything.
No.
Nope. I mean, I'm just joking and saying it's coming out 2025, but at this point, that actually might be the release date. Holy shit. Because, like, originally for COVID, they said they were going to do beta testing around this time of the year, right? But since COVID happened, I guess they pushed it back, so it's like it's happening in 2022, I think. And if you get lucky, the release might be coming in 2023, maybe? Because they said that Act 1 almost done. Act 2 is like 10% done, and Act 3 and 4 they haven't really started at all, so yeah. Cody, run! Oh, never mind, you're strong.
I was running.
Okay. I don't know, man, like, I really wish the double dash wasn't as punishing to you. You know, such a feels good skill, you know?
Wait, which skill?
Like,
Oh, whoops. Okay.
like dash linked with like second wind. That felt so
Oh, that's okay.
it's a really dopamine factor right there. It's like I press it twice and then I'm like, holy shit, I moved half the map in this distance basically. Also, dash is a skill that is one of the traveling skills you can use in PoE, right?
You see how I keep teleporting around? That's Flame Dash.
Yep.
It
And
doesn't
dash.
doesn't look like Flame Dash because I have effects on it. That's
Wait a second, Cody. You have the portal effect, but you're not using the portal effect? You have to use it now.
I don't actually like how any of them look.
No. You should have played Harvest. Just kidding.
Maybe this one is okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There. Now my portals still look like this. Okay.
You have to get to a new map for it to take it back, I think.
Okay.
So are you gonna play another build, or are you just gonna like just keep with the energy plate? Yeah.
I'm going back to Endless Delve. I don't want to keep dying
Oh,
here.
they added the the microtransaction tab. Nice. You're playing Summoner. Nice.
Yeah, just a lot of
That's pretty
minions.
good. Yep. And it's good that you're using the what was it? That skill called the mini sentry bots? No. Spider mines? No.
Skitter bots?
Yeah, skitter bots, there you go. Yeah, skitter bots are really nice.
You'll be
Oh,
upset that I'm using Raging Spirits.
dude, stop using raging spirits. I'm serious. It's like it's such a like the payoff isn't that great. I feel like, right? Like I was playing a goddamn piano, right? But then I just never felt like I was getting the value I wanted, basically, right? And I'm serious, just go all in on skeletons, dude. They're much stronger and better. It hits way harder too, I promise.
I have zombies on my 4 link.
Yeah, zombies are good too. But I'm saying skeletons, they're the way, dude. Can you get veil skills here or not?
Maybe?
Oh, okay. If you can, the veil summon skeleton is really good for summoners too. It's like a bossing kind of tool. Like you can just drop it.
A ball skill is where when you kill enemies, it builds up like a soul counter, and then you get a special version of the skill to use when the soul counter is full.
Yeah, so if you play Smash Bros, it's like Final Smash, kind of. Does it play? Did you play Smash?
No. Never played.
Okay, so it's like ultimate skill, basically, I guess.
In a fighting game? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you connect the Skinner bots with the burning skin, or what?
Oh no, I didn't connect them to anything. I just
Oh,
have
dude,
them.
you totally link it to like the burning thing though, like Infernal Army. It works
Oh.
really well.
Oh wait, that actually
works. It's a free damage for you basically early on.
Why does that work?
Hey, it's PoE. There's some really janky mechanics, dude.
Okay. Do I have that?
If I remember Lily Ross, it's like, I mean, the best part is you don't even have to link it. Just get 2 link and you're good to go.
Yeah. So, wait, do I? Oh, here. Okay. So Infernal Legion is a support skill that makes your minions take damage themselves, but do fire damage to things around them. But these skitter bots are invulnerable, so as Hwaru is saying, apparently that just works. They just do fire damage without taking damage themselves because they're invulnerable. Because this game makes a lot of sense.
Sounds like it makes a lot of sense.
Logic? Reason? Throw that out of the window. This is PoE we're talking about. Where down is up and up is down, and right is left. Yeah, so you see the effect, right, on the scalar bots? That means that it's working now, basically.
Oh yeah, 15 base fire damage per second to enemies near them.
Yeah, I used to use that until like level 40 or 50. Because it was basically like free real estate. You know, free damage. Who's gonna say no to that? And because they're indestructible, they'll never die. So it's always like on, basically.
Needs to get to level 31 for all of these gems.
Yep. Oh wait, do you have the Beating Frenzy yet, or no?
No, that's 31.
Okay, yeah. Cause I'm gonna say that like just stop using infernal. I mean, like the burning spirits. Their damage isn't that great, free. But skeletons, oh, they do a lot of damage, especially with like frenzy support.
Yeah, I want feeding. So I want feeding frenzy and meat shield. So
Yep.
feeding frenzy is like the minions will actually go out and seek enemies instead of just standing around. And meat's shield is the minions will defend you instead of standing around. And by standing around, I mean they just attack stuff that's like right next to them.
Same.
Oh, Sasha, did I explain like Ascension stuff in this game?
I don't think so. It doesn't sound familiar.
Oh, so the only differences between the characters in this game are that they start at different points on the big passive skill tree, that's this thing, and that they have different, like, Ascension skills, which are a private skill tree for only that character. Normally you have to do, like, this event, this, like, whole trial event thing to get the Ascension points, but in this mini-game delve thing, you just get it at a specific level.
Okay.
Oh wait. Okay, continue. If you get Unleashed, then I can see that some of the experience is actually pretty decent.
Wait, what?
You are going to link with Unleashed, right?
I could.
You should. It's a really good synergy.
With Raging Spirits?
Yes.
Okay.
If someone find it once. Like, I'm asking some of my friends about how to make Infernal Raging Spirits better, and I'm like, oh, that's one way, I guess.
Does it always spawn 5 at a time then?
I mean, with Unleash, basically, you cast it once, then you stop, then you cast it again, and it's basically 5 like skeletons, like just coming out of nowhere, basically.
Oh, so it accumulates charges or something?
Yes, that's the one nice thing about Unleash, is that it accumulates charges and you blow it all in one go, and then you just go like.
Okay.
Yeah.
I remember reading the description at one point, but it didn't make sense to me what it did.
Yeah. So, for example, Blade Vortex has like multiple stages, right?
Okay.
And if you link with Unleash, it just means that like if you cast it once, you get multiple stages at once. So
Oh, that's useful.
it's pretty good. So Quinn just went for the Righteous Fire. A bold choice, but especially the stealth setting.
Righteous Fire is like damage yourself for 70% of your health every second, but also damage enemies around you.
I see.
Oh, that was weird. It gave me the help page on the labyrinth, which is, this is the thing you do to get the Ascension stuff normally, but
You get it because endless stealth.
yeah, labyrinth doesn't exist here. I thought that meant it was giving me the points, but it's not.
You are going Necromancer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I was gonna be like, Elemental seems tempting, but don't do it with this build or occultist.
Oh, you said something about Unleash.
Yes. It's in support gems, by the way.
Level 38.
It's pretty good.
It's another 10 levels, though. I wanted to do Animate Guardian, but that's also like a higher level skill. I'm using this skill called Flesh Offering, which consumes a corpse to give a bonus to the minions. See, these corpse just like explodes when I use it.
I see. So if there's like a boss that doesn't have a lot of ads, then you're in trouble with that.
Yeah, kind of. It also means I can't spawn more zombies because those also come out of corpses.
I see.
There is another spell that I don't have access to yet called Desecrate that spawns corpses, so you can just get them yourself.
Wait, are you gonna spin to trigger them?
I'm not gonna spin, dude.
God damn it, dude! It's a good thing, and you know it. Anyways, I'll see you later. I have to get ready for date. So.
Okay, good. Have fun. Enjoy your date.
Thank you. See ya.
Okay.
That person, Hwaru, suggested I play this game, and so he has played it a lot and has a lot of opinions about it.
Yeah, sounded like that. It's always fun when you know a game well enough to be able to like know all the intricacies for combos and stuff.
Yeah. I guess the conflict is when you're like, no, but you have to do this other thing because the combo is better.
Yeah, I mean, part of the enjoyment is figuring it out yourself.
Yeah.
Testing new things.
What were you doing in Minecraft? Are you playing like survival or modded stuff or what?
Yeah, I always do survival vanilla. It's
Okay.
just my favorite thing to do. Most recently the 1.18 update just came out a few days ago.
That's for the Java version?
Yes. I don't play Bedrock.
Okay.
And so that changes the world generation for, it's the caves and cliffs update. So there's big mountains and there are very deep caves.
Oh, nice.
And it's actually really fun. The caving is like new and exciting again.
Oh, nice.
And actually I want to play more of it, so it's cool. Because like usually I just play on a server where, you know, I already have everything, and so like whenever a new update comes out, I'll just usually just find a server with some people and, you know, like play from the beginning again, just play through all of Minecraft again.
Okay.
And it's always refreshing to just see how the game has changed.
Is it... How many times have you done that, do you think?
I no longer need
Man, I don't know.
destiny is
I have done that for like the last few updates, probably the last 3 or 4 updates, maybe.
Okay.
And then like a few times before in ancient history,
much clutter.
of course.
Okay.
Like, didn't we play Minecraft for the first time together? Or at least the first time I played Minecraft, I think it was with you.
Oh,
back
really?
in like the crazy early days. I think so. I remember like we were just like testing out multiplayer working, and it was like I vaguely remember like some terrain, like a wooden door.
Was that when Minecraft, like... Oh, when they first added multiplayer?
Yeah, it was like shortly after that.
Okay.
It was very early days.
Yeah, I looked at Minecraft when the Team Fortress 2 blog announced it. And that was like one of their first big popularity spikes, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and it was like before furnaces even like worked correctly in multiplayer. Like furnaces didn't work in multiplayer. I think that's probably the best way for me to judge exactly when I started playing Minecraft. It was right before like furnaces started being functional in multiplayer.
Okay.
I remember I found a server where they like had modded it so furnaces kind of worked in multiplayer.
Wait, so what were the furnaces actually doing?
I don't remember exactly. It was like they just didn't even work, or maybe they ate your items. I don't really remember.
Okay. Wait, were you like hosting a server for that then? Was that on like on the Gmod server machine?
It might have been. I don't remember the details of the situation.
I barely remember the first time I played Minecraft, but I don't remember us playing together though.
Yeah, I don't know. Like maybe it was Zombie Friend. I don't know. I thought it was you, but I don't know if I'm like 100% sure.
Okay. Have you talked to him in a while?
It's been a while. It's funny, well, like one of the servers we played on like years ago, like still has the same world up, and I joined it, and like there was our old base, me and Zombie Friend, and
Oh wow.
yeah, it was pretty cool, but also it had been like griefed slightly.
It's impressive that it's lasted like years and only been griefed slightly in that time.
Yeah, like it was pretty far out of the way.
Okay.
Which is why I thought it was like kind of weird that it had even been griefed at all. It's like, how did anyone even find this? But then, like, I looked around and there were like these other like actually really good builds that were like nearby on the surface. And I don't know if they like some people just like came by later and built cool stuff on the surface, or if just like I had been completely oblivious when I made the base. So, like, I really don't know which one it was.
Oh, yours was like underground?
It was pretty much all underground.
Okay. Oh yeah, that makes it even stranger that it was griefed then.
Yeah, I mean, there was a little bit of indication on the surface, like there was some stuff poking out. So it's like people passing by would notice that there's something there. Honestly, I don't know if it was like intentionally griefed or if it was just like other, like people making the builds nearby just like had miscommunications with their friends and thought it was like part of their stuff and like dismantled some of it to use. Like, I don't really know.
Actually, wait, I do remember playing Minecraft with you once. I was like making some sort of tree farm in the sky.
Yeah, I remember that too. That was later.
Okay.
Yeah, I remember in the early days we'd always play and you would always be like doing strictly renewable resources.
Yeah. That was my thing. I think I didn't like going into the caves. That was mostly it.
These days almost everything's renewable in Minecraft.
Really?
Yeah. There's just only a few things that aren't, like, actual diamonds aren't renewable.
Okay.
But like, every okay, not everything, but almost everything you can make with diamonds is renewable.
Wait, like what? Like the tools even? How do you?
Yes.
How does that work?
So villagers can sell every tool
Oh.
and every weapon, every diamond tool and every diamond weapon.
Oh.
And every diamond armor piece.
Okay.
So you can just buy it off of villagers for emeralds, and emeralds are renewable in any number of ways.
And then iron comes from like iron golems or something now?
Yep. Iron golems drop iron, so iron is renewable, but not iron ore. Iron ore isn't renewable.
How do you... Was there some like special thing to harvest the ore, like feather touch or something? I forget.
Yeah, silk touch.
Okay. Have you ever tried Valheim?
I haven't.
Okay.
Got a friend that played it briefly.
Yeah, I tried it recently with someone else. It was good. There are these weird stats in the game, like you have a running stats and a jumping stats for like how much it affects your stamina. And
Okay.
you just get that by like jumping, so you just jump in place repeatedly if you want to level your jumping stats.
Sounds like Skyrim.
Oh, okay. I haven't played Skyrim.
I haven't either, but I watch Kyarth play it a lot.
Okay. How is that? Is it a fun game to watch?
I enjoy watching it.
Okay.
It's all the Elder Scrolls games are glitchy, but there's just like so much content in it.
Yeah, Fallout is like that too, right?
Yeah, actually it is. I don't like the aesthetic of Fallout. Like, even though like everyone likes it, I don't know. For whatever reason, it rubs me the wrong way.
Oh. I tried playing Fallout 1, I think, because it was free on GOG or something, and I was like,
Okay.
I don't understand this game.
It seems like a good game, honestly. Like, I couldn't fully say why I don't like it, other than just no reason. I just choose not to.
Okay.
But I'm pretty sure it's actually a good game.
They added these new things to the passive tree where you get like an option if you get an option of a bunch of different skills. Oh wait, maybe I took the wrong one. Oh well. So this one is like, because this one is a minion cluster, you get, this one's minion offense, so they have the minion offense mastery, so you can choose one of these things. Oh, you get... Oh, I looked up when I get the Ascendancy, and that's in 2 levels, actually. Are you still running that communities, that TF2 community server?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What happened? Just didn't feel like it?
Yeah, like... people were just like hassling me way too much, so I just stopped doing anything with it.
Oh, that makes sense. Did it, like, collapse after you left?
Yeah, like, people just went on, did their own things as they do, and the servers just stayed up and kept running for a while, but I think eventually, yeah, their lease just expired, and so they don't exist anymore.
Okay.
The Discord's still there, but it's mostly inactive.
I remember you were, like, sort of worried that you were like, anyone, or setting up servers is so much easier now, and so that means anyone will do it, so people will drift apart. And I was like, no, you're the one holding it together as the community manager.
Yeah, I think that's just where stuff is going in general, honestly, though. Like... like, sure, you can still have communities, and like, sure, I had some part in that, but like, it's just like, by design, stuff is being designed for just smaller friend groups. It's either just like your personal friends or some impersonal group, and having like medium-sized groups, I don't know, there's just less control. It's just like whatever exists. I feel like it used to be a lot more like... I don't even know how to explain.
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand. Sometimes in this game I just forget to use skills, like that flesh offering thing I talked about with corpses. I just forgot to use it for a while. How big would you what do you consider like small and medium-sized communities?
When I say small, I mean like 4 players. There's so many games that are designed for like 4 players maximum
Okay.
multiplayer. And when I say medium, I mean like, you know, between that and MMO scale.
Well, MMO scale is in like a guild inside the MMO?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't have much experience with MMOs. I might just be talking about stuff I don't know about.
I thought your Discord group was larger than most MMO guilds are.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of just the number, like the count of players in there, but like in terms of like active people that you actually know and interact with,
Oh, I see.
it's much smaller.
Okay, yeah, that is probably comparable. I'm not sure which skill to get next. Maybe I should get these skills. Minion stuff. I think the plague's gonna go on forever at this point.
The what?
The plague, the pandemic.
Oh, very sure.
Okay.
Like, I mean, what? It's already. We've already seen it mutate. At least there's been 2 big mutations. There's like more other variants or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like, it mutates as much as the flu, and it spreads as much as the flu, and like, we never got rid of the flu, so I don't think we're getting rid of this. Anytime soon, at least. Maybe if there's some new technology, but...
It's still more deadly than the flu, though, right?
yeah.
Okay.
It's just easy to compare it to that.
Yeah. You think it was ever possible to eradicate it if people had taken if everyone had taken the vaccine?
No, I think the thing with that is like you're never going to get everyone to do that.
Okay.
Is the problem. Like it's like the same thing where it's like you could get rid of every disease if like everyone just like if everyone acts perfectly, but it just you can't do that in the world.
Okay, so it's not an interesting topic.
I mean, I like thinking about it, but at the same time, I just don't think. My opinion on it is, I don't think it would work. I don't think there needs to be another way.
There was some like Ask XKCD or whatever that was called, or XKCD What If, on like, can we also eradicate the flu if everyone stayed inside? And he was like, yeah, sure, but we won't.
Exactly. I mean, like, I remember thinking when I was little, it's like, if we always like are constantly getting sick and giving it to each other, like why don't we, as like the entire world, just like prepare and have everyone agree to quarantine themselves for like 1 month, and then we've got rid of disease. Well, you know, most communicable diseases.
Then there's
But
just...
I mean, there's so many complications. Like, you know, what about stuff that's like been frozen in prepared food, and so then it's reintroduced, and then like, you know, whatever.
Yeah. And
That's
there's...
the thing. Like, there's too many things where you can only attack it in like a sort of, what's the word, heuristic, the Bayesian like manner. Like, you can't. You know, it's like mopping the floor. Like, when you mop the floor, you're not removing every particle of dirt from the floor.
Oh,
You're
I see.
not like systematically cleaning something. You're kind of just like making it cleaner in a more general sense.
Okay.
That was a really bad analogy.
It makes sense. It makes sense to me. Oh no. I sort of froze up. Wow, this looks really out of place. What the fuck? What? Wow, this is really janky. So this Altar of Ascendancy is normally supposed to be a thing you interact with at the end of like this big events where you fight a boss, and then you get to spend the... You get to choose your class specialization and then get points in there. But here they just have it like randomly shoved in the corner, and it doesn't even have textures on the back.
You're right. Oh god.
Okay, sure.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the three specializations of the Witch class. This is like elemental damage and golems. Golems are a specific type of minion. This is energy shield and chaos damage and cold damage, I think. And this one is minions. Minions in general. And stuff with corpses.
So that's the one that you're gonna choose, right?
Yes. Oh, she's got like a skeleton costume here. Let's see, so what are my options? If you've consumed a corpse recently, that's a phrase.
Delicious.
This is the offering, is like you consume a corpse for a buff. Okay, now I've ascended and I have this ascendancy thing. So my options are auras. I don't have any auras. For each nearby corpse, a bunch of buffs. Minions get a bunch of buffs. If you've consumed a corpse recently, with at least one nearby corpse, buffs, and your offerings also affect you. Guess I'll try this one. never tried this one before. I've, like, died trying to go to all of these... In this map of areas where you can go, I've died on the 2 exits from this area, so... Hopefully I am strong enough now to go back and challenge those areas. Oh yeah, because this is like a race event, you get these global notifications whenever somebody gets some milestone. Like that was the thing, like this
Yeah, I remember that last time.
first character
I was
reached
watching.
this level. Yeah.
I'm looking at Minecraft version history to try to figure out exactly when I started playing. I've narrowed it down to Minecraft Alpha.
Okay.
I think it was somewhat shortly after Redstone was added. I remember Redstone being one of the selling points for me getting Minecraft.
I remember trying it like... Oh wait, when you could first buy the game, there was also this janky like free version, right? Where the water didn't work correctly, and it didn't have survival.
It's like the
Really?
online browser version.
Yeah, I remember playing that. I'm gonna drink some water. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. I think I found the version.
Oh, nice.
Mostly by just finding an old email I had and looking at the timestamp.
Oh, you have,
But
you actually have emails about this? I don't send a lot of emails.
yeah, because it was actually my brother got it for me, so I had emailed him about that.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it was Java Edition Alpha version 1.0.15. Latest changes being lava sets blocks on fire and new bookshelf crafting recipe.
This was like way before bookshelves had any effect on the game mechanics, right? Before there was experience.
Before there's anything. It's kind of ridiculous that this changed crafting recipe is still the same today. Like, there's no thoughts about balance for this. It's just how it's always been since this update.
I mean, isn't it a pretty basic recipe? I mean, it's not like they've rebalanced the recipe to build pickaxes either.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, maybe they should. Maybe not pickaxes, but like, maybe not bookshelves either. But some recipes are dumb.
Like what?
I don't know, I'll think of something eventually. Like bowls using planks. Like you use 3 planks and you make bowls, but you use 3 iron in the same and it makes a bucket. Like, why can't you make a wooden bucket that like only works on water but not on lava or something? I don't know. There's so many things that you could do with Minecraft. It's probably just a matter of there's too many things.
That would be nice to have wooden buckets a lot earlier.
Yeah.
Or to be able to hold water in bowls.
Yeah. Speedrunners would love that too. If you could make wooden buckets, speedrunners would lose their mind. I think, because you look at speedrunners now and like they are all just like, they love their version 1.16.1 and they're like never gonna do the newer versions. But if they make a version where you can make wooden buckets, I think that's gonna change everything.
Oh yeah, did you have any... I know that you watch... you said you watched Dream. Did you have any opinion on the Dream speedrun thing?
I mean, he obviously cheated.
Okay. It like went back and forth for so long though.
Yeah, it was a really dumb way for him to handle it, and like, he cheated. Everyone knows he cheated, and he eventually, piecewise, like, admits that he cheated. It's just like, it was really just scummy, but I don't know. Like, whatever.
Still watch... I guess no reason to stop watching him.
Yeah, I mean, like, the content, at least the content was still good. Like, more recently, it's gotten so, like, unbelievable. It's like, it's obvious that, like, the stuff is scripted, even though, like, you know, claims it isn't scripted, but I don't know, it doesn't have the best track record of telling the truth.
Wait, so like what's... I haven't watched any of his videos. Like what usually happens?
So it's like, the format is like a manhunt where he's trying to win the game, and then 4 of his friends, or whatever number of his friends, are trying to kill him once before he wins the game.
Okay.
And so it's always just like using crazy mechanics and whatever to escape them and win the game. And the earlier episodes were pretty like believable and entertaining. But like as it goes on, there's like fewer and fewer mechanics that you can use, so you have to get into more and more contrived situations to like show them off.
Oh. Okay.
And so it's gotten to the point where it's like very obviously not believable and like obviously just like scripted that they're gonna get into the situation.
Is that
So
like,
it's
wrestling?
Yeah, I guess so. It's a similar idea.
They have some sort of storyline with wrestling, right? But everyone knows it's scripted.
That's what I've heard. Yeah, I haven't even watched some of the latest videos just because it's like, I don't know, I guess I've lost interest finally.
Oh. Yeah, I've been cycling through YouTube channels pretty fast. Like, I'll watch something for a few weeks and then find something different.
YouTube recommendations have been getting like worse and worse.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like the recommendations I got like years ago used to be like great, and I feel like just over time they just get worse and worse.
Is it recommending bad things to you or stuff you've already seen?
It's recommending stuff that I don't want to see.
Okay.
And I tell it I don't want to see it, and it's like, tell us why, and none of the the reasons you can select like make any sense for why I don't want to see it, but I select one of them anyway, and it's still just still like even after I do that, it still keeps recommending it. I have to like tell it no like 5 times, and then it won't show me. And then if I view any video that's even like remotely related to it, oh, they're all back, and they won't stop trying to get me to watch more of it. It's like, I don't want it.
Yeah, I remember like trying to delete. I remember I watched like one rap music video, and because my friend sent it to me, and then it started recommending more rap music. It's like, I don't actually like this type of music, but you have to like delete things from your history so that it doesn't, that changes the recommendations, maybe.
Yeah, I guess. It's horrible. And like the same thing for like the Google News. It used to be like fine, but now it just really wants to give me celebrity news, and I don't understand why. It's just like every single time it's like a celebrity, I'm just like not interested, not interested, not interested, and it just like keeps on giving me different celebrities randomly. It's like, please stop. I only care about science and technology.
I always wonder how much of that is like Google recommendations and how much of that is people being better at gaming, or like websites being better at gaming the system to get their website recommended or their videos recommended.
Yeah, maybe. But like also like isn't part of it just like data collected about you is like data collected on who you interact with.
Okay.
And so if you have a friend that is into something, then it's more likely to recommend you that same sort of stuff. Right?
Oh, I don't know.
So I feel like it's just like, you know, someone I know is into celebrity news. And so it's just like always like, oh, this friend suddenly is into this new celebrity. Let's see if this friend likes it. It's like, no.
Oh, a new celebrity. Oh, a new celebrity. I'm sure they'll like this one.
Exactly.
My complaint is with Google search results getting worse. Because they do some sort of similarity stuff now, where it's like, I look up for something, I look up how to do something on Linux sometimes, and they're like, oh, Linux is an operating system, and Windows is also an operating system. Let me give you search results on how to do this on Windows. Like, no, that's not, that's the opposite of what I want.
Yeah. Like, I remember there was... I don't remember, like, which celebrity it was, but there was, like, some celebrity thing going on. And, it would recommend it to me, and I couldn't say not interested in whatever the celebrity's name was. Like, that just wasn't an option. Like, it didn't know what it was. It just had, like, more general stuff.
Oh.
And I was like, okay, that's weird. I guess the celebrity thing isn't, like, a big enough trend for it to actually know it's this particular celebrity. But it kept doing, like, specifically and only that celebrity by name, but I couldn't by name say not interested in that. And it was like... It's like, you obviously know who this is somewhere internally. It pissed me off.
It's like some unnamed category that's still very specific.
Yes.
Is that like the news.google.com website, or is that like the instant news thing when you swipe left on your phone from the home screen?
The phone one.
Okay.
Phone one.
Yeah, that's what I use also.
Yeah, you're like... I just wish that you could set your interests and not have them automatically updated from what you do. You know, I just want to set them and, like, you know, maybe I want to look at something different every once in a while, but I don't want to suddenly only see stuff about any new thing I look at. It's psycho.
I wonder what building a UI for that would look like. Of all the... Well, okay, so advertisers... I assume advertisers can see some of this, because they, like, advertise to people who are interested in things. So if you could see, like, as a consumer, all the, like, categories that you're in, that would be interesting.
I mean, you can, to some extent. They're, like, it lets you manage your interests for some stuff. Not for YouTube, though, which is annoying, but,
Oh.
for, like, a different... You can manage your interests, but you can't, like, lock them.
Oh, I see.
So, like, you can set them, and then, like, oh, you like, you looked up this... I don't know. Just like you clicked on some article that had a celebrity in the title because it was, I don't know, maybe incidentally interesting. Now it's just all the celebrity gossip about this person. You have to go to your interests and turn that off. You weren't ever actually interested in that celebrity. Well,
Do you ever try the alternative search engines like DuckDuckGo or Bing?
no. But I'm constantly feeling more and more like I should.
I always get surprised when I use this one website and it's like, it has a search bar on the website and then it sends you to a DuckDuckGo page when you use it. I'm like, oh yeah, this still exists.
Yeah. Like, at this point, though, I feel like I'd rather have worse results if I just didn't have to be constantly annoyed by Google, you know?
Okay. What? I don't know what killed me.
How did you die?
I think you see that thing like at the top right that's shooting lightning? I think that was what was killing me, but...
It just says you've been slain. It doesn't even say
Yeah,
anything about it.
that's Path of Exile.
It's horrible.
It's like TF2, you get the big zoom in on like, this guy killed you, right?
Yeah, not to mention in the feed you can see what weapon, who it
Oh
was.
yeah.
In Minecraft, when you die, it says what you were killed by.
Tried swimming in lava.
Exactly. The only thing it doesn't tell you is when you get that one glitch, which you can specifically do if you die in a very specific way where they don't have a death text for it, and so it just says, what does it say? It says something silly.
But then you know it's specifically that thing because
Yeah, exactly.
it's the only way to trigger that. I vaguely remember reading something that's the developer said it was too difficult to implement something that tells you how you died because there's just too many damage sources all the time. But that, like, begs the question of, like, do you think that's maybe, like, it's a problem in itself?
Yeah, like, doesn't, League of Legends, it just tracks, you know, the damage you took over the past, like, however many seconds, and just gives it to you in a pie chart, even if
Oh,
you
wow.
don't know who killed you.
That's impressive, actually.
Okay, yeah, I found it for Minecraft. Death fell accident water. I think it's when you, like, fall off a ladder onto a waterlogged chest or something weird.
What?
I don't know.
Magic platter.
Yeah, that sounds difficult to achieve.
Yeah, not something that happens naturally.
What is this? Is this oh, this is a helmet. Gilded salads.
I'm going to get something to eat. I'll be back shortly.
Okay, have fun.
Thanks.
much clutter.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
I was just thinking that this game has like you can whisper players and there's guilds and there's like a friends list in game. Feels like a game from like 10 or 15 years ago to have all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. This is less common nowadays, isn't it?
Everything's like Steam or some other... Everything's like Steam social network stuff now.
Yeah. They just leave all that stuff up to the platform.
Yeah. Yeah, level 38.
Too much clutter.
You want to see this? There was something I wanted to... There's a level 38 skill that I wanted to try to use that is kind of strange. I was
Alright.
talking about it before. It's called Summon Guardian. And you can... The idea is you take, like, regular items you would use, and then you put them on this, like, one really buff minion. Let's see, it's called... What's it called? Oh, Animated Guardian.
So if it ever dies, then you're in trouble.
Well, I'm going to have other minions still, but yeah, probably. Okay, let's...
Is it going to be like additional items that you're not using, or like items that you actually would be using?
So it's extra items.
Hmm.
So let's see. So if I drop like this sword on the ground, then okay, there. I've got this floating sword now. Let's give it some armor. Okay. Now I can give it some gloves. No? Oh, there we go. You see the floaty guy? Let's see. Can I give it... Oh, shoes. Sure, it wants some shoes. Okay. No...
Oh, yeah, okay, that thing.
It's like a Rayman thing, no legs. I think I gave it a two-handed weapon, so I don't need to give it a shield. Can I give it a hat? I don't have any good hats. Alright, yeah, no hats. What about a ring? Doesn't like that. Not into jewelry. I guess that doesn't count as armor. I think if this thing dies, then I lose all the items. I'm also,
That sucks.
I'm also wondering if I like give it different items. Well, do I get the other ones back? Okay, I don't remember what the other gloves were, but if I give it some new gloves... Oh, it's not taking them. Doesn't want these gloves. Oh no. Now it ate them. And it didn't give me the old gloves back. Okay.
Uh-oh. So it just completely eats items?
Yeah, apparently.
That's, a lot worse.
But I think it's like supposed to be persistent. Like even if you leave the game and come back, it still has them. So you can try to equip it with like good stuff. What is it doing? It's just wandering around.
What about the one player that you know, like, doesn't have any backups, only carries the stuff they have on their person, and just put all the stuff on their person on it? And then it died.
Yeah, then you would be in bad shape. I guess you would go to a lower level area to try to farm some equipment to recover. Yeah, it's... That thing needs to, like... It needs to get in the action. Actually, I'm going to... Okay, here, I can have this... I have this hat. There. Now it has a hat. Let me
Nice.
despawn everything else so that you can see it a bit better. Okay, there. This thing. This thing looks
What's the thing?
yeah, it looks kind of weird. Oh yeah, there was, I wanted to get this... You can get this link skill. You can, like, link yourself to a minion. Normally you can link yourself to other players, but you can now link yourself to minions. This is also, like, a new thing. These link skills. There was one I wanted to use. Are these... Oh. Link target gains added fire damage equal to 5% of your maximum life. Forgets which one I wanted to do. Your energy shield will intercept some of the damage they would take. None of these link skills actually seem that good now that I look at them. I was all excited to try them out though. Maybe this flame link? There. Now we're linked. Amazing.
By flame.
I'm also going to give this meat shield support so it sticks near me. I have this kind of weird skill that's my... So I have some stuff on this shield, like... 30% chance to block spell damage. That's good. But I have this thing. All bonuses from an equipped shield apply to your minions instead of you. there was someone saying that the pro strats were to use an animated guardian that had a shield, so that it would have two shields, like your shield, which applies to it, and then also its own shield.
Mhm.
Oh wait, this should... Did my link went away to it. What the fudge? What am I even linked to? I don't want to see it in action, but there's way too much stuff going on that I can't see what it's doing at all. Okay.
It's probably just watching.
Can I, like, link to it? No, that links me to a random zombie. Please stop teleporting around. What the fudge? Oh god. Okay, so the link skill, it like buffs the thing you link to, but you die when it dies. So because I was failing to select the enemy, or failing to select the right minion, I think I linked to one of the temporary ones, and then that despawned and I died.
No!
That's so bad. Can I... Please... Okay, now I'm linked to that guy for real.
For actually.
Okay, now I have this Unleash thing, which is what Hwaru was talking about, that I can summon like 3 fireballs at once now. So I don't have to spend as much time casting. Oh god, you lose the link every time you go into this area.
Not the temporaries.
No, those guys are not temporary,
Oh.
but they are more fragile. If the skeleton...
This just seems like a liability.
Yeah, wait, are these... How long does this link last? Link lasts 13 seconds? Oh, this is, like, unusable. I can't, like, keep reapplying this thing when I have, like, 20 minions floating around.
Better aim perfectly.
This is actually kind of disappointing. Such a strange game sometimes. Okay, what am I doing here? I want to get more support gems on this Guardian, so maybe it'll do something more interesting. Oh. What? Please respawn. Can I respawn it without giving it an item? Oh, did it take something random from the ground? I don't even know it was there. Oh yeah, there was another skill I wanted to get. Desecrate, which lets you summon your own corpses. Oh, do you want me to show you the thing that Hwaru was talking about with spinning?
Alright.
Let me see if I can set this up. Okay, so I need Desecrate, I need Cyclone, I think. There it is. I do not have the dexterity to use this. You cast while channeling. Where is this? Cast while channeling, that's what I wrote. Do I have any items that'll help me here? No. I need something with 4 links where with two green, wait. 2 green and 2 blue. You think I should roll the dice on this item? I might be able to get it. So I have this item that randomizes the colors of the sockets here. I have 38 of those items.
It's a lot. What if you never get the right color?
Then I've just messed up the item, and I can't use it the same way I did before.
Great.
I also need a little more dexterity to use this. How much do I have? 32. I need 42. Okay. Well, let's just get rid of this, because link skills are bad. Don't work the way I thought. Okay. Okay, now I can actually equip it. Okay, let's just try it. Are you excited to watch me play the item slot machine?
Mildly excited, yes.
Okay, let's see. So I have 3 blue and 1 green now. I need 2 green and 2 blue. 4 blue.
What if you go past it? Don't
Oh,
go too fast. There it is!
Yeah, I got it. Okay. So this is... Okay, so the stuff that's going on here is... Cyclone is a channeling spell where you spin around in a circle. And I'm not holding the right weapon for this. You spin around in a circle like this.
Okay.
It's a melee attack. But it's a melee attack where you can channel. It's a skill that you can channel and where you can move at the same time. That's the value.
I see.
So then the idea is you then set up something. You set up a cast while channeling. You link a cast while channeling thing that will cast spells that are... It'll cast other spells that are linked to this that are non-channeling while you are channeling the channeling skill. And so then the first thing you add is Desecrates, which creates corpses. Let me show you what that looks like. Here's Desecrates. You make some corpses.
Okay.
So you do Cyclone, cast while channeling. Now you can spin around while producing corpses.
Seems horrifying.
And now you attach the offering skill, which consumes corpses to give you a buff. And so then you do this, and it alternates between creating corpses and exploding them.
Seems pretty good.
Yeah, so then you don't have to... It just does that while you're moving.
Automatically?
Well, you have to cast the spell, but it lets you move around while you're doing it.
Seems decent.
Yeah, and so you're not actually getting damage, I think, from the cyclone itself. You just want to move around. I have a lot of skills. So that is some... I guess I'll try it out. That is some nonsense you can do in this game. Okay, damage if you've consumed a corpse. Actually, that doesn't affect the minions, though, so that's not so helpful. Let's get some minion buffs. Increases and reductions to minion attack speed also affect you. I did this out. This looks sufficiently intimidating.
I need more mana. Oops, Bob's in you.
I keep running out of mana. I actually need more mana to do this. Not as bad as I thought it would be. I give this to the... Is a belt armor? Looks like a belt is not armor. The Guardian doesn't want it. I'll give it this armor. Yeah, that looks better. It's less of a Rayman guy now.
Slightly.
Maybe I should give it this sword. It has a one-handed sword. I don't have a shield to give it. I could give it a second one-handed sword. Now it's a pirate with two swords. I wish it gave you back the old items.
I need more mana.
I don't really know what's happening, but everything keeps dying, so that seems like a good sign. Oh, and then I almost died. Can you tell what's happening? I mean, it looks sort of impressive, but I don't know what's happening.
I don't know what's happening. I feel like I don't ever know what's happening in this game.
Oh,
but
okay.
There's definitely something happening.
Yeah. Maybe I should give this guy this armor. This is nice armor. Sometimes you just die. Oh yeah, at level 40, so there's in the main story of this game, there's a point where you fight this boss, where once you defeat the boss is like, actually, now it goes into a cutscene and now I kill you. You know when games do that?
I can imagine.
And then the boss is like, okay, I'm going to permanently lower your resistances to all the elements. Because that's the story. And so, because there's no boss in this version, in this minigame, they just give you that at level 40. Like, surprise, lower resistances to all the elements.
Great. Kinda messed up.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on fire. That's why I'm taking damage. You can tell I'm on fire because of a small icon that appears at the top left. Because that's the most intuitive way to tell you that information. I saw someone commenting that on like a World of Warcraft thing. Like, that in World of Warcraft, the game isn't in the center of the screen. The game is in the corners where you have to check where your ability cooldowns are. So if your eyes are always there, that's where the real game is.
Yeah. True.
Interact to poison the meat. That'll make the enemies attack you, I guess. Oh wait, I have to poison more meats. Let's see. Of course.
When I'm ready, and not before.
I totally understand the mechanics of this area. Oh, and that... what? That spawned the enemies, but also made me win immediately anyway before killing them. You've been permanently weakened by Kitava's cruel affliction. You now have minus 30% to all resistances. Oh, and then I get killed. Amazing.
Well, you knew it was coming.
Yeah, I did. There's like elemental resistances somewhere here. Somewhere where I can get them with skill points. Chaos resistance. Oh, here it is. Plus 3% to all elemental resistances. Let's not that good. All these chances here. 10% chance to avoid being poisoned, 10% chance to avoid being stunned, 10% chance to avoid bleeding, 20% chance to avoid being poisoned, 20% chance to avoid bleeding. Everything's always a chance, like increased chance to critical strike. Thought in the previous version of the game that this used to give you more elemental resistances. Now it's just like reduced elemental ailment duration, reduced effects of chill and shock. Not actually fire resistance or lightning resistance. Oh, actually this one gets me that. Okay, so I now have negative elemental resistance on some of these now. Negative fire, negative cold, negative chaos resistance.
What does that mean?
That's
Susceptibility?
Yeah. Normally the resistances are capped at 70%, so they say in late game you're just always supposed to be at 70% resistance on fire, cold, and lightning. And that's after you fight the boss twice that gives you the minus 30% on everything. So you have to have 130% resistance on everything. On like all your passive skill tree points and on your items together. I think I might stop here, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
It was good talking to you.
Yeah. Nice talking. Thanks for streaming.
Thanks for joining. I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
Have a good night.
Night.